Raw numbers in a spreadsheet don't mean much on their own. Is 12.5 a price, a percentage, or a date serial number? That's what cell formatting solves. In this lesson we'll format the exact same kind of data you'll use constantly: currency, percentages, dates, and plain numbers, and importantly, we'll see that formatting only changes how a value looks, never the actual value stored underneath it. That distinction matters a lot once you start writing formulas, because a formula always calculates on the real underlying number, not on whatever text the formatting happens to display. Let's add some prices. In B2 and B3, type 12.5 and 3.99. Select B2 through B3, open Format, then Number, and choose Currency. Ctrl-Shift-4 is the shortcut for the same command. Both values instantly pick up the spreadsheet's local currency symbol and 2 decimal places. The underlying values remain 12.5 and 3.99, so formulas still calculate with ordinary numbers. The symbol you see depends on the spreadsheet locale, which is why this sheet displays pounds while a United States locale would display dollars. Now the discount column. In C2 and C3, type 0.15 and 0.1, sheet stores percentages internally as decimals. Select C2 through C3, open Format, then Number, and choose %. Ctrl-Shift-5 is the shortcut for the same command. They now display as 15% and 10%. If you need more precision, click Increase Decimal Places once, and 15% becomes 15%, useful when close percentage values would otherwise look identical. Next, purchase dates. In D2 and D3, type 2026-01-15 and 2026-02-03. This ISO-style input avoids ambiguity between day-month and month-day locales. Select D2 through D3, open Format, then Number, and choose Date. Ctrl-Shift-3 applies the same standard date format. The exact order of day, month, and year follows the spreadsheet locale, but the stored date value stays the same. Finally, quantities. In E2 and E3, type 2400 and -500, maybe that second one represents units returned. Select E2 through E3, open Format, then Number, and choose Number. Ctrl-Shift-1 is the shortcut for this standard number format. The large value instantly gets 1000 separator. Next, open the same menu again and choose Financial to give negative values a more distinct accounting style display. Both commands change only the presentation. The number menu also includes specialized formats for different kinds of work. With E2 through E3 still selected, open Format, then Number, and choose Scientific. Sheets rewrites the display using powers of 10, which is useful for extremely large or extremely small values. Once again, only the display changes. The underlying values are still 2400 and -500, so calculations produce the same results regardless of whether you view them as standard, financial, or scientific numbers. Once you've built formatting you like, you don't have to repeat the same steps for every new cell. First, type 25 in F2. Then copy B2, which already has our local currency format, select F2, and press Ctrl-Alt-V for paste format only. This is the keyboard equivalent of the Paint format tool, only the formatting transfers, not the copied value, so F2 keeps its value of 25 while adopting the currency display. Let's recap. Ctrl-Shift-4 applies the spreadsheet's local currency format. Ctrl-Shift-5 applies percentage formatting, with decimal place buttons for extra precision. Ctrl-Shift-3 applies the standard date format, while ISO-style date entry avoids day and month ambiguity. Ctrl-Shift-1 formats plain numbers with 1000 separators, and the number menu provides specialized financial and scientific formats. Finally, paste format only copies formatting without replacing the destination value. In the next lesson, we'll make formatting dynamic with conditional formatting rules that respond automatically to the data itself.